Now, Harvey Weinstein has been fired at his position at the Weinstein Company following several high-profile allegations of sexual harassment. Now, the move came just days after the New York Times published a report that revealed decades of sexual harassment claims by different actresses and female employees that were filed against him. In its decision on Sunday, the Weinstein Company's board of directors said that, quote, new information about the executive's conduct informed their decision to fire Weinstein. Now, some of that information was posted in the Times article. The Post writes that accusations of sexual misconduct against Weinstein extended over decades. At least 8 of those claims resulted in settlements between the accuser and Weinstein. So there you have 8 different accusers, all being settled. Interesting. Why settled if you didn't actually do it? Hey man, I asked the same question when it came to Roger Ailes. I'm just saying, usually when you have a long list of people who settle for sexual harassment charges, generally kind of proves that you did it. But anyway, now one of these most high-profile cases was Ashley Judd. Now, she alleged that under the pretense of a business meeting, the producer and studio head asked if she would watch him shower or if he could give her a massage. No, there's nothing creepy and gross about that. Ugh. And look, a lot of the previous allegations, reading through them, you find that they have a pretty similar MO. Going up to the, room, a massage, maybe a little shower, you know what I'm saying? A little bit of fun. No, super gross. And super inappropriate. Now, what's also gross is his apology. Now, he said, quote, I appreciate the way I behaved with colleagues in the past has caused a lot of pain, and I sincerely apologize for it. He said he came of age in the 60s and 70s when all the rules about behavior in workplaces were different. That was the culture then. No, well, look, it was you being a rich pervert. That's the culture. Look, there is something about money and power that tends to turn some people into complete douchebags. I don't know what it is, but it's pretty prevalent in Hollywood and the business world, in television, I mean, for example, again, we can go back and talk about Roger Ailes, right? He's had a long and storied history of sexual harassment. Then you had other Fox people, Bill O'Reilly, Eric Bolling. I mean, you could just go on, right? I mean, you even had our president, President Trump, saying, oh, I like to take women out shopping. I don't care if they're married. I move on her like a bitch. And I also grab her genitals for fun. Because they let me, right? Yeah, of course. Now, that kind of attitude is pervasive at a lot of these big companies, big corporations, and just for powerful people. So, again, to me, these allegations, they shouldn't surprise anyone. Again, it's been rumored that Weinstein has been doing this for decades, and his apology, in my mind, doesn't cut it. Okay. So, what's your reaction here? Well, according to the Post, several stars spoke out after the Times article was published. They include Rose McGowan, an actress with whom Weinstein also reached a $100,000 settlement in 1997 with. She said, women fight on, and to the men out there, stand up. We need you as allies. Hashtag be brave. She tweeted shortly after the publication. Other actors, including Lena Dunham, Mark Ruffalo, and Seth Rogen, posted messages of support on Twitter. Here's Seth's tweet, said, I believe all the women coming forward about Harvey Weinstein's sexual harassment. It takes bravery to do so. Mark Ruffalo says, quote, to be clear, what Harvey Weinstein did was a disgusting abuse of power and horrible. I hope we are now seeing the beginning of the end of these abuses. Now, of course, full disclosure, Mark Ruffalo is kind of fucking awesome, so I expect him to say something like that. Now, the problem is, with as many people that are speaking out, and that's wonderful, there's actually a lot of people who are also staying silent about this. And that includes political figures and other actors and actresses, and even some of the media. Now, as Post-film critic Ann Hornaday noted, Weinstein's alleged misdeeds have long been whispered about within the film world, where Weinstein is as famous for hyping films like Shakespeare in Love and The King's Speech to Oscar wins as he is for recutting the films he produces. Late night comedy hosts did not address the allegations in their monologues on Thursday or Friday, and Saturday Night Live, known for skewing politics and Hollywood alike, did not mention Weinstein once in his weekend's episode, a slight that did not go unnoticed on social media. Now, of course, it did not go unnoticed among the right, who also, look, they rightly pointed that out and they attacked, and I'll agree with pointing that out, but I do want to point out a little case of hypocrisy. You did vote for someone who did pretty much the same thing. I mean, you are aware of that, right? I mean, is there any self-awareness left in your average Trump supporter? Trump was part of this culture too. So if you criticize one, you should be well able to criticize the other, right? But no, what did a lot of them do when, like, for example, the Access Hollywood tape came out? Oh, no, you don't understand. That's locker room talk. Oh, is it? So if this is locker room talk, then what did Weinstein do? I'm just saying. Or what did Ailes do? Did you defend Ailes? Look, if you're criticizing one and you don't criticize the other, well, then you're a political hack. You're only playing one side. Now, what we have is that both sides, both people, and there are a lot of people from, Republicans and Democrats, people who support Republicans and Democrats, people who are Republicans and Democrats, that are just terrible people that have done terrible things. But again, the worst part about this is actually the silence. Times Hollywood reporter Brooks Barnes reported on Sunday that more than 40 entertainment industry people he contacted about the allegations refused to speak on the record. A publicist for an A-list actress said that there was, quote, no upside for her client to comment, especially since she did not have a movie to promote. So, I mean, look at that. This shows how much power this one guy had in Hollywood. Now, there is an upside, even though she doesn't say that, or her publicist doesn't. The upside is that we're having a conversation about this. A conversation that is long overdue about sexual assault in Hollywood. It definitely happens, and it definitely needs to stop. So I'm hoping that this discussion will lead to real solutions and real protections for women that are working in the industry, whether it be the young intern at Fox News or an actress working to try and, get her star to rise. They all deserve the same protections, and none of them deserve to go through this sexual harassment that they've been unfortunately subjected to in Hollywood. Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you want to see more like this, please hit the subscribe button below. And if you want to support truly independent progressive media, please consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/TYTNation.